Bharat is hosting a dinner for their delegates, and it's sparked off a big controversy from the opposition saying why change the name from India to Bharat.
See, the fact of the matter is the name has been changed from Bharat to India. It is not changing from India to Bharat. We are just restoring the original name of our country. This is time memorial. Bharat is, this land has been identified. It's a land between a sea and a great mountain. That is Bharatvarsh. So that is India. From those times, historically, culturally, it has been Bharat. Now, a lot of names have been changed. Chennai, Madras to Chennai, Bangalore to Bangalore. So what happened is during British time, for their convenience and for their adoption, they had changed the names according to their viewing preferences. It is more than 1,000 cities, towns had the changes name. For example, they said Hubli for Hubballi. Then they said Belgaum for Belgavi. For their convenience and pronunciation, they had changed. So they had taken the leap of Indus Valley and then they brought it to India. But the original land between sea and the mountain is known as Bharata. And we are restoring the original name. And I don't see any major issue in this. Secondly, the Supreme Court in its judgment in 2016 said you can use both the names. You can use both. So using Bharat is also been legally scrutinized. Why they are making hue and cry, I don't know. Why the opposition is really disturbed by the use of Bharat? What's happening to them? In fact, I remember our former Chief Minister J.H. Patel had said that we have in this country one is Bharat, another is India, and Bharat is it lives in the villages, it lives with the poor, it lives with the developing things, and India is a handful rich people who has been taking all the benefits during British time and continue to do so. So he was professing that, in fact, the day when India becomes Bharat, the real country will prosper. So I remember our great former Chief Minister, on whom I was a political secretary.
Yeah.
He had identified long back, and his dream also to see that India converts into Bharat has come true. To that extent, I support 100% Bharat, and I think whatever necessary to be done legally, it should be done. And Bharat should be the name of our country in future days to come.
So
The opposition, especially Congress, wants to politicize everything. Right from building toilet to anything which is very constructive, they politicize. They politicize the parliamentary, new parliament bound. But the fact of the matter is, parliament has to sit for the future of the country and with all modern facilities. In fact, they should thank Narendra Modi that he has thought about the future of the country. So, one president any government, okay, it's okay, but now they are compelled to come to this, and I hope they come to this, and ultimately it is ruling and opposition makes a democracy success. For doing petty politics, we are not going to give any points to Congress to disagree. They should make a point that this is the points we do disagree, but calling them as a disease, eradication, I think the present day politics is stooping to those levels. Not owned by somebody else. It is of life. As the life of a human being develops, certain ethical standards are naturally developed, and it became a way of life where humanity is the centerpiece of this thing. And that's how the society was built up. And then there are a lot of scriptures. It is time memorial. I think Dr. Parameshwar should read all these our Vedas and our Upanishads. Then he'll be able to know when Hinduism started and how it was started. It's a way of life. So I think he knows it, but for political reason, he is making this statement.
And an FIR has been filed against Priyank Karge also in Uttar Pradesh. He also made certain statements that if there's a disease, you need to treat it on Hindu Sanatan Dharma. Based on that, they have filed an FIR against a sitting minister.
See, what is happening here? Because comparing religion from disease itself is a disease. That is a disease. These issues were already discussed earlier. Yes, certainly the veracity has to be verified. There is no doubt about it. That's why we got a screening committee headed by our assistant commissioner, and our forensic lab reports will also be there. But there's a method. See, for example, 172 farmers have died in 3 months. They are not even given compensation because of this procedure, in the name of these procedures. And nowadays FSL reports are coming in 15-20 days, not like earlier times. They could have decided. Secondly, it's a mindset of this government. It's an anti-farmer mindset. And belittling the death of the farmer is the last nail on the farmer's living, what do you call, a farmer who is living, it's by belittling a co-farmer's death, it is the last thing which any government should think of. And I condemn it. And see, whenever there is suicide, FIR has to be registered. And then the further investigation will take place. FSL report comes. Then it will be verified that whether that person has got loans, official loans, everything. It will go through the scrutiny. I want to ask this government and minister that whether they will give the 5 lakh check without any verification, to say so that people will be benefited by this. It has to go through. And in fact, farmers' family has to run pillar to post. It will take 1 year, 2 years for them. It's a great harassment. Really, this government is concerned about farmer. Immediately they should verify and see that all 172 farmers are paid. Whoever is legally and who have been proved because of their hardship, the farmers have died, they have to be paid. And secondly, the various report has dealt it very, very clear. Just because the increase in amount of compensation, farmers are going to die, that means will anybody die for a paltry sum of 5 lakhs nowadays? So that's why our farmer leader has challenged it, that let anybody die, will collect 50 lakhs rupees. So belittling the farmer while he was living, not coming to his rescue when he was in distress, and taking away all pro-farmer programs. For example, 25,000 crores amount has to be released in the entire year. Of course, whenever it is due, they have to pay. But hardly they have now released 7,000 crores of rupees. I demand, if this government is sensitive towards farmer, they should convert all long-term loans, mid-term loans, short-term and mid-term into long-term loans, number one. And they should reschedule and start giving the loans in advance, because monsoon has failed. Vagaries and the rainfall, it has hit the farmer very badly. He has taken loan, he has done 2 times, 3 times sowing, nothing has come out, and he is in a desperate situation. So they should convert the short-term and mid-term loan into long-term. They should prepone the loan disbursement and see that he is financially capable. And they have to do a lot of, the agriculture department has to do a lot of the farmer.